All right. It's time for your bedtime story. We're reading The Earth Dragon Awakes by Lawrence Yep. It is the San Francisco earthquake of 1906. All right. Here we go. It's only been 3 or 4 hours since the earthquake, and so much has changed in the city. 8:15 a.m. to 10:30 a.m. Wednesday, April 18th, 1906, Chinatown. The earth dragon is restless. He tosses and turns on his bed beneath the surface, and more buildings have collapsed in Chinatown. Smoke hangs over Portsmouth Square. Everything looks hazy. Even so, Chin can see new plumes of smoke. Some of them rise from the direction of Henry's house. He thinks again of the firemen without water. We should make sure the Travises are okay, Chin says, worried. With his son's help, Ah Sing gets up from the grass. He tries a few steps. I can't walk that far, and you can't go there alone. They're probably already leaving on a train, Aquan says, and so should we. The fire is spreading. Think of your boy. Isn't he one of the reasons why you came here? So one of the problems is that the train station nowadays is located on 4th Street. And I suspect that it wasn't really different back then. And so the fire is moving towards the bay up the peninsula. Well, the fire where it's starting is right around 4th Street, one of the big fires. And so if you didn't hurry and get on the train early on, you're probably not going to be able to get on the train because the fire is going to be between you and the train station. Aquan pats his empty pockets. I'm broke too. Oh, let's see. Chin's father bites his lip. I just sent my salary back to China. Can you loan us the money? Aquan pats his empty pockets. I'm broke too. $100? That's piracy, a man shouts from across the street. A merchant in an expensive robe is arguing with a man on a wagon. The driver spits on the cobblestones. Then you can watch your stuff burn or be crushed. There's plenty of others willing to pay. The merchant pulls on his little goatee. Okay, but you take me and my family too. Aquan nudges Ah Sing. I see our train fares. And he yells to the merchant, Hey, do you need help loading the wagon? The merchant stares at Aquan's big arms. You're hired. Aquan pushes Chin forward. My partner too. He's too small, the merchant snorts. He's small but powerful, Aquan insists. I only work with my partner. The merchant throws up his arms. The world is full of pirates, but he gives in. 10:30 a.m. Wednesday, April 18th, 1906, San Francisco. Fireboats and a Navy tug join the battle against the fires. They pump salt water from the bay, but in the southern part of San Francisco, many little fires merge into one big fire. The trouble seems far away from the neighborhood of Hayes Valley. After all, it's near City Hall. The firemen are nearby. They are putting out the 2 small fires. Everyone else thinks the area is safe. Last night there was a roller skating carnival at the Mechanics Pavilion. A few hours ago, costumed roller skaters played there. Now it is an emergency hospital. Injured people cover the floor. A library has been threatened by the fires in another section of the city, so it has sent 200,000 books to the pavilion. Among them are many priceless manuscripts. Nearby, a woman's children are hungry, so she starts a fire on her stove. She will cook ham and eggs for them. Flames rise from the wood in the stove. Smoke and sparks rise up the chimney. She cannot see the break in its mortar and bricks. Glowing embers flit from the chimney and they land on the roof. Soon her house is on fire. To the west, a strong wind races in from the ocean. It sweeps over the rolling sand dunes of western San Francisco. It races through the tombstones of the cemeteries. Stronger than ever, it fans the flames on the woman's house. The fire swells and swirls. Cinders spread outward like fiery seeds. Most of the fire companies are fighting the flames elsewhere. There are not enough firemen in Hayes Valley to handle this new danger. Soon roofs everywhere are filled with burning flowers. Houses, stores, and churches disappear in flame. The firemen are helpless to stop so many new fires. All they can do is retreat. Behind them they pull their wagons and hoses. Higher and higher the ham and egg fire grows. It rears up like a giant monster. A tongue of flame licks its fiery mouth. It is surrounded by so many unburned buildings. It picks out its next meals. Then it sees the two other major fires. One is to the south of Market Street. It is chewing on houses and skyscrapers. The other feasts on warehouses in the east. The ham and egg fire stretches one arm east and the other south. It will join its brothers. So it's going to make one giant, huge fire that just starts sweeping through the entire city and pushes all the people towards the ocean, right? Or towards the bay, towards the ferry building. So it's going to be it's going to be pushing all the animals in San Francisco towards the ferry building too. All right. We will stop right there. Thanks for joining me.